Alright, hey friends. Let's work on fixing our head position. The way we hold our head balanced on our spine. So a lot of people have this forward head neck problem, and that causes a lot of pain in your neck, even headaches, shoulders, upper back region. Because it's putting a lot of pressure downward on your spine and can cause shoulder blade immobility and a host of problems. When your head is positioned balanced on the top of your spine, it's going to make every movement easier because your head is crucial to most movements. When you turn, your head, your body turns with it, and any direction your head goes, your body is going to follow. So when your head is like this, it's going to require more effort and energy to do any movement, whereas if it's balanced on top and you have a good movement between the head and the top vertebrae, it's going to make movement a lot easier. And just for an illustration, I mean, if you stand here on all fours like a dog, move your head forward, back, you see your spine and your hips follow. Move your head to the side, body's going to follow. Now, as humans, we're upright, and our head is super important for that upright posture. So getting the head back on top of the spine, balance there, and having that easy movement is going to pay dividends in terms of reduced pain, making movement easier, and it looks better. Going to be more beautiful. So let's do a little exercise on fixing that head position. So what we're going to do is just lay down on your back, legs fully extended. If it's uncomfortable for you, you can put a towel, rolled up towel, or a cushion, a pillow, even a book under your head to make it a little more comfortable, so that your head isn't bending back so much. Now, I do a lot of work on this, so I'm fine doing this. It's comfortable for me. So just lay here and tune into where you feel the weight of your body going into the floor. Do you feel your pelvis, your hips going into the floor? What parts of your spine do you feel making contact with the floor? Do you feel your shoulder blades making contact with the floor? Maybe your elbows, your triceps. Probably you shouldn't feel the back of your neck on the floor because it has a light curve. And you feel the base of your skull, the back of your head making contact with the floor. So just tune into that. And see if you can just relax a little bit. A lot of times people have trouble just laying down. If you have trouble laying down, you probably have trouble standing up and moving around. So we're just going to lay here. Alright, now what we're going to do is just lift the head just a little bit until it's off the ground. And as you lift the head, pay attention what muscles are working. Don't try to do it as easy as possible. So we don't want to pull our back off the floor. We just want to raise the head just till it's off the floor. don't want to pull our shoulders up, just the head. So like if you're like just peeling the back of your head off the floor. Okay? It might be a little challenging for some people, but just try to do it as easy as possible and pay attention to what muscles are working, what you feel going on. Pay attention to the sensations and the connections. Now what we're going to do is interlace our fingers like this. Like we're on the beach or something. With our elbows out. And then we're going to lift our head with our arms. And again, as easy as possible. Do it very easy. Does that take less effort, energy than just holding up your head by itself? Where do you notice different muscles working when you're doing that? Okay. Now we're going to change the angle so that our elbows are kind of at 45 degrees. Then we're going to do the same thing. Lift our head just barely off the floor. So when you're on the floor, feel your fingers touching the floor, feel your fingers touching your head. Feel that space between your, those different things. And then just slightly lift your head off the floor. Lift your fingers off the floor and your head on your fingers. Alright, now we're going to bring our elbows even more in, so maybe 30 degrees. Do the same thing, lift. And now we're going to bring our elbows all the way in and lift as easy as possible. How easy can you make it? Alright. I'm going to go back down. And then just go back to lifting our head. See if we can peel it a little more. Again, not our shoulders, just our head, our whole head. Back down. Now, notice which way was easiest. Typically, when we bring our elbows in like that, it's easiest. And so what we want to pay attention to is the relationship between how we hold our head up and our shoulder blade position. When our shoulders, typically when we go like that, it's easiest because our shoulder blades kind of open up room for our spine to come up. And when our spine is collapsed in, then it hurts to hold our head up. But when our spine can make more room and expand a little bit, then it takes less effort to hold our head up. So yeah, now that you've done that, kind of walk around, see how that feels. Let your brain make connections between what you've just done and what you already know. That'll help it stick. And yeah, if you're holding your head up when you're sitting or standing, you can kind of imagine going through that little sequence without even doing it, just imagining doing it, and a lot of times that will help you hold your head up easier, and that's going to again decrease a lot of pain, fix that forward head posture, and make movements much easier for you. So try it out.